Hello friends and welcome to Gnomoria. This is a brand new Let's Play that I am very excited about making. This is a game that I played, well, I've put about 50 hours into it, and I played it a few years ago when it was just coming out of early access and possibly just afterwards as well. I can't really remember. But anyway, I thought I would take you along on a journey of building a colony of gnomes in this cute pixely little game. So, oh hang on, no I don't want to load a game, I want to start a new game. If you look at my load games, I have started quite a lot of different games. I haven't got very far with them, I just wanted to sort of remind myself of the basics. Look at this random name, the Land of Tricks, I like it. Right, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to pick a map to use, and I'm gonna choose large because I'm a big man. Next, there's a kingdom seed. You can put in the numbers if you want. They all change something about the map. I have no idea what they are. I'm just going to start in the middle, and because I am going to be using it as a sort of tutorial-y thing, I'm going to keep the sliders sort of downish. The more you put it this way, the more like jagged peaks that you get, and the more difficult it is to form the land into something that you can farm on. And actually, it just looks a bit. I mean, it looks really dramatic, but it looks really rubbish when you're trying to look down at your gnomes at the bottom of the flipping canyon. Anyway, so I think let's preview. Let's just double check that we've got all of the resources that we need for a good start. We've got water, which is important. We've got pine trees. They are kind of all out towards one end of the map though. We've got orange trees, we've got apple trees, loads of apple trees. Okay, maybe we could chop them down and sell them off or something. But I think that is good enough. Let's start generating the game. This is in fact... this is the third attempt that I'm making at this first episode. The first time I tried it was last week, and I tried to do it to cheer myself up a bit because I was it was a strike day last week for the teachers, and lots of unions went on a strike in the UK, and I was just miserable. Did not have a good day. It was affecting me more than I thought it would to go on strike. I don't want to go on strike. I want to be teaching children how to be less rubbish. Oh, coffee. And then the second one that I did, the partner was in the house, so I was trying to do it quietly, and I couldn't really be shouting things out, etc. And so I got my mouth really close to the microphone, and it just ended up sounding like an ASMR episode. So I don't think that we're going to go with that one either. So we're going to try this one. Got more space to raise my voice, try and sound a little bit more engaged, excited, etc. And I think I'm just going to consign myself to the fact that this is going to be a bit slow at first. If you're looking for a rip-roaring adventure, I mean, you know, it may well turn into a rip-roaring adventure a bit later, but at the start, we're going to be watching pixelated gnomes totter around a little map. They're going to be digging holes in things, they're going to be chopping down trees, they're going to be, I don't know, like making stuff, making planks, and then turning the planks into other bits of wood. There will be, I mean, these episodes, I'm thinking they'll probably be about 30 minutes long, and we'll just see how far we get. If you can get through your first year as a gnome administrator, then, you know, you're doing pretty well. Right, let's have a look. There are our gnomes. Let's just rotate the map a bit so we've got a good view of them. Now, all of these are grey at the moment because if you look in the top left, our depth is 1. So we are currently seeing all of the top layer of tiles that we're allowed to see is at depth 1. So if I go down from here, I'm now at depth 0, and if I go down again, then all of the tiles are... I can't see them because I haven't mined them. So I can move up like depth 3, depth 4, depth 5, blah blah blah. Ooh, we have got a huge hill here. Let's zoom out. Okay. Well, this is workable. We've got another even taller hill over here in the corner. We've got water over there, and a weird little thing going on there. Okay, a bit of a hill in the corner. We've got water in that corner. Another low hill over there. But look at... This is perfect! We've got a little pool here where we can build a well, just as an emergency liquid supply. We've got loads of pine trees nearby. Oh, I think that we could definitely... Is this all the same level? Yeah, it is. That's all the same level. All of this flat ground. Fantastic. Right, so let's meet the players. Who are these gnomes? We have got Booms, the farmer, and we've got two names because there are two gnomes who are standing in the same spot at the moment. Clefizzy and Ole, or is that Ole, the woodcutters? Well, we can find out more easily if we click population and we look at a sign. So we've got Para, Milora, Booms, Chagork, Dak, Hus, Fizzle, Ole, and Clefizzy. Very exciting. And you'll see each of these currently has a job description, or a role, or a profession. So what the professions do is they tell the gnome that is of that profession what kind of jobs they're allowed to do. Like, are they allowed to mine stone? Are they allowed to build stuff with stone? Are they allowed to carve statues out of stone? Are they allowed to do the same with wood? For example, the default miner setting says don't do any wood, don't do any metal making, don't do any gems, cloth, misc crafting like pottery, all this lot. Don't do any engineering ranching, which is to do with animals, so looking after the animals and then butchering them in the kitchen. Don't do any agriculture like farming, cooking, brewing. Don't be a doctor. But they are allowed to haul stuff, so that is just lifting up stuff and carrying it to where it needs to be. So, I don't really like the default profession, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click escape and I'm going to import some professions that I made earlier. Import, back, resume, and now if I go on the population now and we look at the professions, we can see that they are changed in name. I have named them myself. And what I've done is my no miners, for example, they're going to focus on mining. They are also allowed to make pottery. They are also allowed to haul, but I also allow them to do some construction. And in order to make sure that they do the mining first, you have a priority list over here for each job type. So what I've done is I've said you must mine as your first priority. If there are no mining jobs available, then you do building jobs. If there are no building jobs, you do hauling. And if literally every single piece, an item in the kingdom is in the right place, then you can make some stone statues. So yeah, that's the gnome miner. The builds gnome does some building stuff. They focus on building, but they can also work in the workshops to make not materials, make like stuff. But the gnome maker has almost the same sort of profession bits selected over here, but the workshop is their top priority, so they will stay around workbenches and they will make tools and things as soon as there's a job available. So I'm not going to go into these anymore for now. I am just going to assign these up, and the first thing I want to do is have a look at Para and see whether I want him to be my crafter or a builder. Masonry 12, that's the important one. Carpentry 11, okay, not great. Mostly 10s. Fine. What about Milora, who's our other builder? So stone carving, wood cutting, carpentry 12. Is much of a muchness. This guy is not very good at masonry, so he's not very good at building stone tools. So I'm going to keep him as a builder. Well, I'll put it as builds gnome. Where's builds gnome? There we go. And the other one is going to be my gnome maker. Booms! You can be a farms gnome, that makes sense to me. You also can be a farms gnome. Dak, you can be a no miner. I mean, if the game is automatically choosing them for these professions, then that's obviously the profession that they need to be in. What shall I do with this guy? Fizzle. Let's make him into a farms gnome for now, so that we can get the farms on the go. One of the first things that I need my gnomes to do is to build a wheat farm, because we are going to be short of straw by the end of the season, and if we don't grow any more, we're going to be stuffed. Ha! Straw. Stuffed. No, not stuffed with straw. We're going to be anti-stuffed with straw, because there isn't going to be enough. I think this looks like a perfect Doom Fortress here. So I am going to be mining into the Doom Fortress without a second glance. Yeah, I'm going to do that through there. This is going to be very exciting indeed. Right, so we've got some water. Maybe that would be like the middle of my base. Let's get some instructions down. So, first off, I definitely want to build a straw farm. Now, I can't, when I hover over, for example, the wild strawberry here or the birch tree, I can't use that as a farming tile yet. So, I'm just going to make a really long and thin one. So we're going to call this the wheat farm, and we've got 32 wheat seeds, and we have made it 36 plots, so we will have plenty of space for those to be planted. I'm not going to give any more farming jobs yet, because I want this to be done first, and then they can get on with farming like strawberries and cotton and whatever. What else do we want to be doing? Oh, we definitely want to cut down all of the trees. Let's just cut down all of this. We will make all of this into beautiful... Let's get the trees off the side of the mountain there. I'm really interested in pine trees at the moment. They are the cheapest wood, and they will allow me to get stuff built without making my kingdom looking too financially juicy for any potential raiding goblins and things. So I'm just going to go and cut down a whole load of wood, make me some room for farming, etc., and then I can start growing my own, like, they're called groves in this game. But yeah, I just want these chopped down, and then my miners are going to go. Where are they going to go? I think I said they're going to go through here, didn't they? So let us mine the wall. And it's going to be this wall. Can we mine that out? Yeah, we can, I think. Let's get right down to the right level. Here we go. Whoop, up. There we go. So we're going to make a double entrance through here. Let's make... Shall we make a magic number of 30? No, let's not bother with that. That would be silly. So we're going to have a nice long corridor, and that corridor is going to go into our ginormous hall. We're going to start off with a nice big hall, and let's have a couple of side passages, and down those side passages the first kind of things that we are going to want to make are going to be workshops areas and sleeping quarters. Yeah, and I'm going to double door them as well. Boop, boop. Let's go back to our terrain, mining. We'll mine out those intervening walls, and then down here we can start. We'll have a corridor coming off here, which will have some lovely rooms coming off it, and down this hall we are going to have a bunch of different rooms coming off. Let's make a nice big sort of 10 by 10. Yes. Can I make another 10 by 10 there? No. I can have a small room there. A 10 by 9. Oh! So close! I could be cheeky and take that one. Oh, no. Let's have... this will be a small room for... I don't know, we'll have a 9 by 9 room. A 10 by 9 room. I'm sure we can do something with that. And on this side, we're going to have 10 by 10. Ooh, come on. And another 10 by 10 room. We're going to put all of our... Oh, maybe we... No, let's do one on the other side. So it's going to split into... We don't really need a large path there. So we're just setting out some great big areas that we can use to start putting our workshops in. Oh no, let's cancel those jobs. So if I go to job, cancel. I need to leave a bit more room. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come out to this far, and then we're going to have a walkway that goes in this direction, a walkway that goes in this direction, and then coming off there we are going to have our 10 by 10 rooms. Lovely. Right, if I get all of these instructions down now, I can always come back and see how they're doing with all this stuff later. I am kind of hoping that we hit stone. Now stone, you'll find a few layers under the surface, but if we don't find it here, we are going to have to start mining for stone somewhere else, and maybe we will mine over here. I don't know. Maybe we will... You know, we'll go down through the workshops and we'll start a mine going down here. Who knows? Let's see what we find. So if I press start now, it saves the game with all my instructions. Take a sip of coffee to settle the nerves. And then I'm going to... Oh, hang on, where are they? There they are. Click. Play. And off they go. Off they go. Where are the miners? There they are, so they're starting to mine out this stuff already. Fantastic. Now this is why I'm glad I didn't put any sort of joining corridors in here, because I don't actually want him to be mining down there yet. Good, yeah, I want this hall to be mined out first, because this is where I'm going to put their sleeping quarters. Oh, and I have just spotted a yak. Now we start off with yaks. We start off with a male and a female. Currently they have nowhere to go. So what I need to do is I need to select a pasture, and let's put pasture over here, why not? It needs to be big enough to support 2 yaks. Let's select yak for the animal. Hooray! So I can support 2 yaks with that. I can make it bigger later. I'll put the yak grass in there, lovely. So this means that a kindly gnome, farmers have their first priority is actually yak management. So you can see one of the farmers has stopped planting in order to pull the yaks over to their pasture, and there the yaks will stay until they get hungry and they need to come over here looking for straw. Now let's have a look at what we start with. Pine barrel. So we've got a pine barrel full of, how much is it? 64 units of wine, I think. Yeah, 64. Another one full of grape wine. So barrels are always used to store liquids. What else have we got? We've got a bag of seeds. Strawberry seeds we've got. Okay, I assume that when it says wheat seeds, it's just going to be wheat seeds in there. Yep, so they are being used up. We've also got 32 wheat, which is going to be really useful. Oh, hang on, crates. Oh, we've got 3 crates stacked on top of each other. That's interesting. What do we got in the crates? We've got wheat bread. Okay, that's good. That gives them a load of energy. We have got... Ooh, a copper hand axe, a copper breastplate, a copper helmet, and bandages! Oh, bandages are so useful. Used to be before, well, I don't know when it was, whether when it first came out or when it was in early access, you didn't start with bandages and you had to make them before anything with a weapon came along. Well, not even anything with a weapon, something with teeth. Because if something scratched up your gnomes and opened a wound, then they just kept bleeding until they ran out of blood, and then they died. So what I'm going to do here is set up a dormitory. Let's put the dormitory here. It's going to be real basic. So the gnomes know that they come over here to sleep, and I'm going to build them some straw beds. Now, this is a problem I mentioned already. I've only got 32 straw. Each of these beds cost 2 straw to build, so that's 9 times 2, 18 times 2. That's 36 straw. Is that right? No, there are 9 beds, and it takes 2 straw each, so there's 18 straw that I'm using to build those. Come on. I'm supposed to be a science teacher. So that doesn't leave us with quite enough straw to get 2 yaks through the whole season. So there are a couple of different ways that we can deal with that, but the way I'm choosing to deal with it is that we are going to basically dismantle beds as we go along until we get to the summer, and then the straw harvest should come in. Right, terrain. No, I want to start building workbenches because basically you are on a timer now, and that timer is basically trying to get all of your stuff set up so that you can be defending your gnomes when goblin raiders come out and try to nick all the stuff that you've just spent ages trying to make. I think we can open up these doors now. Lovely. So now the miners will be able to get to them and do some mining. You can see, oh good, somebody is coming over here. Some kind soul is going to build those workbenches. The problem is that these crude workbenches are pants. They are so slow for making stuff. Ooh, my farmers have finished. So what I'm going to get them to do is forage. Now forage means like pick stuff. Pick berries from these wild strawberries and pick cotton. Oh, it also means pick fruits from like fruit trees like these. I'm not really bothered about that at the moment. I do want to get these wild strawberries done and any cotton that I can find, because then I can start planting strawberries and I can start planting the cotton. So if I set a farm, that's going to be my straw farm. It does need to be nice and big. Probably needs to be less big as a strawberry farm. Just going to do 3x8 for now. Make sure that they are working away at that. And then I can probably put something up here in the way of cotton, because I'm not going to be getting any other form of... Oh, I haven't even foraged any cotton yet, so I can't designate that as cotton yet. Right. Sunrise. Oh, this is the time. Right, so we're still on the first day of spring. Let's pause this a second and have a look at the workbench. So the workbench. Here's the overview where I can give it a priority, and this is the priority compared with all of the other like workbench things. So I have got a little system that I want to try out. This one is not going to accept any jobs from people. Instead, it's going to craft a pine plank, and it's going to keep crafting until it's got 6. This one over here, I'm going to do exactly the same. So this means that there will always be, well not always, but there will be 2 workbenches that are working on making pine planks, which I basically need in order to build literally anything else. Oh, someone comes charging in with a plank, no, a log, a pine log. How long is this taking? Like, a workbench requires 6 planks. And then making time on top of that. He still hasn't made a plank. This is... like, what are we on to? Like half an hour of gnome time? An hour of gnome time? What is your plank making skill, sir? Dear God! Right, now that we have got a pine plank, I can specify to make like a pine chair, which is what I was waiting for. That's why I was just staring at him like, I don't know, somebody slightly creepy. I'm going to get you crafting up to 1 pine workbench as well, and also up to 1 sandstone chisel, because those are the materials that I'm going to need for building all of the early crafting things. So let's get these down, just so that if anybody runs out of work, then they know what they can be doing. And this workbench I'm going to put as priority 4, and then I'm just going to leave it. So any gnome that I give a job to is going to make the stuff at this workbench, but any other gnomes who don't have other jobs to do are going to be making materials in the background, so that I will have them on hand for this guy. Right. So I can start kitting out these rooms, I think, and I am going to put... You know, I just had a thought, why have I put the door over there? I mean, surely this is a good place for a door. So I'm going to mine out these two. And one of them is going to be my stone, and one of them is going to be my wood. I think this is going to be stone, because there's less stuff to do with stone. So let's start making a stone cutter. So I will take... I'll just wait until the workbench and the chair have been made, and then I will specify. We've got loads of other stuff we can be looking at. That's fine. Crude workbench, so pine plank, crude workbench, move up. Move you to the top, and we will over here put the pine chair to the top. Lovely. Off you go, lads. So this dormitory will now serve for gnomes to sleep in when they finally get around to it. The woodcutters are making progress. The more that they do stuff, the higher their skill in that thing becomes, and the faster that they can do it. Here we go, here's some cotton. So this is really going to speed up my cotton production, because at the moment I've got no cotton seeds at all. So I'm literally just going to have to wait until I can plant cotton in my farm, and then I'm going to have to take the seeds when it's fully grown. So if I get them to forage all of these cotton plants around here, that should give us a nice head start with cotton production, and then we can get more, whatever you call them, bandages made, etc. Right, the miner does not seem to have much to do at the moment, so let's start excavating. What shall we excavate? We could excavate this way, and we're going to dig stairs down, and we are going to start. We'll build a little corridor, and along that corridor we are going to build some little gnome rooms. Yeah, here we go. 4x4, let's do 4x4. Why not? Land Rover arrangement. We'll do you down this way. How are we done here? So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. So from there, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. 3x4, 4x4. Then another one over here. We've got 9 of these rooms that we're going to need to make. Why am I making these rooms? Well, and I'm going to offset the doors as well, because I'm a psychopath. Boop. Bop, 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 bop. There we go. Why am I building these rooms? Well, the higher the worth of the place where the gnomes are sleeping, the better they sleep, basically. They do like the lick of luxury, and so if you can give them a nice place to sleep as soon as possible, then they will work harder, they'll be more efficient. I'm just noticing there are no gnomes around here. Yeah, look at them! Look at them snoozing away. Chugork. the farm's gnome. He's all tuckered out, all that bending over and all that planting of stuff. Oh, he loves it. He loves it, he does. What are you crafting? Can you craft anything? No? Okay, fine. Well, they are, whatever they're doing, they're crafting away, and I'm sure it's all for the greater good. We've got strawberries lying around. We've got a wheat field here. Oh, lovely. So, yeah, there should be 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces there where we don't have any straw. That is fine. I am going to have to, I think, chop down everything up here, because I think I can really widen my available space by terraforming this area and just flattening all of this earth so it's the same level as this. I do like the idea of building myself a huge fort at some point in this game. That would be very cool. So let's just get finished with these rooms. What do I want to do? I'm going to need another one, aren't I? Let's have another couple go through here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 big rooms, and I'm just going to keep these for like ambassadors, basically. Ambassadors can go there. Let's get another couple of rooms out here that I can use for gnomes. Hang on, this one needs to go there, and that one's going to go there. And we could probably get another one done over here just before we finish off the video, because I think we are around about the half-hour mark. So I will say thank you very much for watching. Unless something goes desperately wrong with the sound here, then I think this is probably going to be the one that we upload. Ah, look at all those gnomes tuckered out. Totally tuckered tout. I am tempted to mine through this wall though in order to access the coal that's there. You know what? Why not? Let's make an extra big haul. Who doesn't want a great big haul? I do. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll tell you what, I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on this series. I am still making thingy videos, you know, deep splish splash Subnautica videos, so my time is not guaranteed, but yeah, if you are enjoying these, then let me know and I will endeavour to make more. Drop a like on the video if you want to see more, and that will definitely tell me whether I should invest my time in this or something else instead. So thanks very much, take care of yourselves, and I will catch you again next week. Bye!